Hey, what's going on, ladies and gents? So right now I'm going to be doing a review of Future's latest album, and to me personally, I give this album a solid 10 out of 10. I really like this album specifically in the way that I think that every song had its own unique feature and all that stuff. And to me personally, my favorite my favorite piece from this album would have to be obviously Future's collab with Kanye, and I think the Voodoo song, I think those, in my opinion, were the best songs out of any song in this entire album if I had to pick any two top songs. And if I compare this album to Future's other albums, I think that this album is definitely up there with the rest of Future's other albums. But me personally, I think that in this album, Future, he gave off a lot of dedication. I think that the amount of work and grind he put into this album was very well planned and just overall very well done. So that's why I give this album a solid 10 out of 10. This album was 45 minutes long, so I think that this album being 45 minutes long was just the right, add-on to this album. And overall, man, if I compare this album to Future's other albums, I think that this album is definitely up there with the rest of Future's other albums. And apparently on Monday, he's going to be releasing, I think, a deluxe to this album. So I'm going to be super excited to look forward to that and then listening to that, because I just got done listening to Future's entire album and I personally like it. I'm not disappointed in any way about this album. I don't know about you people, but overall, man, this album, it kind of took me on a journey. I think that this type of album, it really adds on to the vibe, and just overall, I think this album just adds on to a very nice vibe. Future, he did a lot of well planning, I think, for this album. And the Kanye one, it was in my opinion, the best song here in this album. And of course, he also did that collab with Drake too, And while I also like the collab he did with Drake, I still think that the one with Kanye, without a doubt, is, in my opinion, the best one in this entire album, if I'm being honest here. But overall, man, I like this album. I don't have anything negative to say about this album. I think this album was well thought out, well planned, and just overall, it really adds on to the vibes, in future songs and all that stuff. So yeah, I really liked what I listened to in this album, and so anyways, I don't think I have anything else to say about this album. Just overall, album was just the right one. So let me know what y'all thought about this album in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.